What is it that you wish for? What is it that you want? You're very insecure, aren't you?
What am I supposed to do now? I have never suffered from anxiety or depression. My mental health has been stable, more or less, for the entirety of my life.
But your value is something you have to find for yourself. You have to find it, Shinji.
So, what is this feeling?
My life is worthless without it.
What is this anxiousness that I feel? But here I am, again. Another evening thinking of how much I wish I could understand what it is that impedes me from doing this. Am I being dishonest with myself? Worse, am I being dishonest with you? And what is this, anyway? I've willingly commodified myself.
There is little difference between how you interpret yourself and how the others interpret you.
I turned my humanity into a product, turned my personhood into a performance.
These things are connected through your consciousness.
I just need to get the words out, put the thoughts together. But what if you don't like what I have to say? Am I speaking from a place of genuine concern, or am I speaking for the approval of the strangers who see my face and hear my voice and consume my thoughts?
What are you, stupid? Of course nobody understands you. Nobody can ever understand you.
The only one who can take care of you and understand you is you, yourself.
So you must take care of yourself.
I don't even know my name. I'm not faulting anyone for that. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say.
You are still unstable.
That is the present you.
And the people around the present you.
And the environment that surrounds the present you.
None of these elements of reality last forever.
Time continues to flow, and time brings change.
Your world is in a state of constant change. You're capable of change anytime your mind perceives these changes.
I was always unforgiving of the creators who would talk about burnout.
This is the world of perfect freedom.
I can't ignore it.
A world in which you have no restriction.
Yet I feel this anxiousness.
However, this world has nothing in it.
It's there.
Right, unless you do or think of something.
What should I do?
He is uncertain.
He has no self-image to orient himself.
There's nothing solid here.
It is a world in which there are no obstacles, no anything.
This is a world in which you can do anything you wish.
And yet, you are still afraid, aren't you?
Don't you know what it is that you want to do?
I'm asking sincerely.
Let me give you a restriction.
There, now you have a top and bottom.
That you have lost a degree of your freedom.
You may no longer fly. You must stand upon the earth.
But now you feel easier, don't you?
Because you have less to trouble your mind.
And now you can walk.
This is happening because you will it to be.
Have I become entitled? Have I become ungrateful?
This world with the floor is the only thing around yourself.
But now you can move around anywhere you wish to within it.
You could even turn the world upside down if you wanted to do that.
Perhaps it's simply fascinating to you to be presented a slight peek into the psyche of a person who suffers from a chronic need to publish their life on the internet, to be consumed by others.
Because the thing that forms your shape is your mind and its interaction with the world that surrounds you.
You can do anything here because this is your world.
This is the shape of your reality.
For nearly 20 months to the day, I have consistently created, ruthlessly seeking to make my mark in a wild, volatile world that seems to have so much promise. I knew there would be difficulties. I thought that I had the fortitude to overcome them. Clearly, I underestimated them. The sensation is a mixture of love and fear.
Without others to interact with, you cannot truly recognize your own image.
Is this a mistake? Will I carry this as a burden for the rest of my life?
That's right. In the act of observing others, you may find and recognize yourself.
Your self-image is restrained by having to observe the barriers between yourself and others.
And yet,
You cannot see yourself without the presence of others.
Will my relationships suffer? Will my passions dwindle? Will you all grow sick of me? I ask these questions not knowing if I'd even care to know the answer.
By recognizing the differences between yourself and others, you establish your identity as yourself.
The very first other person is your mother.
Your mother is a different individual.
I hope only to telegraph a feeling. Inexplicable, indescribable, an emotion, a tone. I needed to be raw for a moment. Honest, like I've never been before.
Shinji Ikari. Has it taken you this long to realize that? What an idiot!